Does anyone remember Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure? Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure is a 2D side-scroller beat-em-up action platformer developed by Dimps. It was released back in 2004 for the GBA in Japan and 2006 in North America. The game covers the events of Goku's more youthful and lighthearted journeys in OG Dragon Ball, long before his Kaioken, Super Saiyan, and Spirit Bomb days in Dragon Ball Z. Now, Advanced Adventure has been fairly well received by a lot of fans and critics, with some people in the fandom even saying that this is their favorite Dragon Ball game and quite possibly is the best OG Dragon Ball game to date. But of course, we're not going to base our opinion off of public perception alone. We're going to play through the story mode of the game, mainly through Goku's story, to see if this game is as good as people say it is, and to hopefully grant it more exposure since a lot of people didn't hear about this game until recently. So buckle down and grab your Dragon Ball radar because we're about to go on a long journey through this game. Now! Alrighty guys, so this is the Dragon Ball game that I was talking about. This is Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure, and to kind of reiterate on what I was talking about in the beginning part of the video, this game was released back in 2004 in Japan for the Game Boy Advance, and it wasn't until a couple of years after the initial release that this game was released in other parts of the world. Now, I have no idea why it took them until 2006 for them to release the game in North America, especially when a lot of people by that point had moved on to the Nintendo DS, but I'm pretty sure they had their reasons for having to do so. Now, in case you guys did not pick up on the theme or style of this game is covering the original Dragon Ball, which means that we will not be able to go Super Saiyan or fight against Lord Frieza just yet, as we have to play through the original journey that Goku went on with his friends in the first part of the series leading up to Dragon Ball Z, which is kind of the reason why this game had piqued my interest at first, because it's very rare for us to actually get any original Dragon Ball games, especially with the abundance of Dragon Ball Z games that released over the years, and even still to this day. So I just found it interesting that there were a lot of these OG Dragon Ball games being made for these handheld devices, and in the case of this game in particular, a lot of people say that this is their favorite Dragon Ball game, if not the best OG Dragon Ball game that we're probably ever gonna get. So I figured, hey, why not just try out this game and see if I like it or not? After all, a lot of people have said a lot of good things about it. And I also wanted to use this video as a way to introduce a lot more Dragon Ball fans towards this game. Now, I am going to let you guys know before we actually get into the main part of the video that I already did play a little bit of the game already, as you see on that save file at the top there. So here's what I'm going to do for this video. I'm going to start a fresh save and play through a little bit of the game just to show exactly what the start of the game looks like, and then once we make enough progress inside of that save file, we'll switch over to the current save file that I have now so I can show you guys what the later parts of the game looks like. That way it balances out, and also so that way the Dragon Ball lore experts can also analyze the game to see if it is lore accurate or not. So hopefully you guys actually enjoyed this video, but with that being said, let's grab our power pole, let's grab our flying nimbus, let's grab our sensor beams and fire Kamehameha wave beams and get into the main video. Okay, so we're inside the actual main game now guys, and to pretty much describe to you guys what this Dragon Ball game kind of plays like, it plays like a mix between a retro style 2D beat 'em up side scroller and an actual fighting game. And you'll see what I mean later on when I say that this game plays like an actual fighting game, because this game does change up gameplay styles on us quite a bit throughout the story mode here that we are going to have to worry about, and I believe there's about 3 different gameplay styles that we do have to worry about, at least here inside the campaign. So you have these classic style 2D side-scroller levels, which pretty much focuses on platforming, you know, these beat 'em up sections where you have to beat up the enemies here in order to progress throughout the level, and of course, finding hidden items throughout the stages here in order to make Goku a lot more stronger, and just to help us out in the later levels. Then of course you have the Sky Chase sections, which play exactly like the Sky Chase levels inside of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where Goku's flying on his flying Nimbus, and we pretty much have to use his power pole and stuff in order to take down enemies that are inside the sky. Then of course you have the hero game mode that I'm going to call that, since a lot of people really like this game mode inside this game, and it's the main reason why a lot of people like this game, and that's the one-on-one gameplay style. And the one-on-one gameplay style is pretty much just akin to your standard Dragon Ball fighting game, where you pretty much just focus on fighting the enemy and reducing the opponent's health bar to 0. And the gameplay mechanics do actually change when we do get over to the one-on-one section, so I definitely will be going a lot more in depth on those sections when we do get over towards them, but for now, we're just going to focus here on trying to actually beat this 2D side-score section, because again, it can get a little bit frustrating. That is one thing I will definitely say about the game so far. It's okay. I'm not really necessarily a huge fan of beat-em-up games in general, so that's kind of the reason why I'm not a huge fan of these beat-em-up sections here inside of this game. I do kind of find them a little bit repetitive, and in the case of this game, I do think that they kind of outstay their welcome a bit too long, because the game does toss in quite a lot of these levels at us. Even if this is like the main game mode that of course the devs want us to play, I do feel like that they kind of do overstay their welcome a little bit. I do like the one-on-one sections a lot more in this game. They're a lot more entertaining to me, but it is what it is. I still enjoy the game though. I definitely will say though that oh yeah, this is what I was talking about, by the way. These hidden items here, as you can see there, we have the Dragon Ball radar, and we definitely do need that for the plot purposes and also for gameplay purposes as well, I believe. But as I already said at the start of the video, this is a fresh save file, so we are pretty much playing as a weak Goku right now. We can't really use any key control or shoot Kamehameha waves out of our hands. Sorry, Kamehameha. I keep calling it Kamehameha, but we can't shoot any Kamehamehas out of our hands, and we can't do a lot of damage to these enemies like we can do in the later parts of the stages. So this is pretty much just the start of the game and what you'll have to play through when you do start the game, but as we do find more of these power-ups and capsules that keep upgrading Goku, we do start getting a lot more stronger. So later on, as we play through the stages, we will get a lot more stronger and be able to actually like take on more of these hordes without really taking that much damage. But anyway, here I believe this is like near the end of the level now. We just gotta clear this section, and then I believe there's a boss fight we gotta play against. Get out of here, freaking dog. Those are dogs, right? Or are they coyotes or wolves? I don't know. I can't tell the difference here. Anyway, cutscene. Help! And there's Umagami, and yes, his name is Umagami inside the manga, folks. I know the English dub just calls him Turtle, but it's Umagami. Hey kid, how about handing over that delicious looking sea turtle? You wouldn't happen to be a bad guy, would you? Don't tell me you're going to defy me. I'm not giving him over to the likes of you, insolent brat. If that's how you want it, I'll eat you first. Alrighty, and now we're fighting against this big gigantic fox dude that Goku fought inside of like the early chapters of the original Dragon Ball, and he's a relatively easy boss. As long as you just switch sides and just jump, he won't take damage on this boss at all. And pretty much aside the actual anime and manga anyway, Goku does one-shot this guy like badly. Like we're talking very badly. He straight up just rock, paper, scissors his face super hard and he just dies. Or it doesn't die, but just get knocked the hell out, bruh. Blood splattered anywhere. But anyway, at the request, Goku rescues the turtle, and Goku and the others make their way to the sea turtle, and by delivering the turtle, he does meet Master Roshi. I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I'm not really going to be paying too much attention to these cutscenes, and I'm going to be trying to skip them. Oh, there we go. Now you have a chance at Sky Battles with Goku, like I was talking about. But anyway, for this video, I'm going to be mostly skipping the cutscenes because they are mainly text-based cutscenes, and I don't really feel like reading all the text-based cutscenes in order to actually save a bit of time for this video. So I will, as I play along, try to at least explain a little bit of OG Dragon Ball lore for those who haven't read the series or watched it, so that way you guys understand what's going on in the story. But anyway, let's continue playing here. Okay, so we're moving on here to Oolong Village, and for those of you guys who do not know who Oolong is, he's the little pig in Dragon Ball who has these abilities to transform and shapeshift into different creatures and objects. But anyway, yo-ho! Yikes! You can't get away from me. But yeah, what's going on here inside of this story here is that Oolong, you know, he pretty much started disguising himself as this like attractive hot man to try and lure a lot of these girls inside the villages to actually his hut, and so he can force them to marry him and all that jazz. So we gotta stop him. But anyway, like I said, he does transform into all these freaking different inanimate objects and animals and stuff. So right now he's a bat, but he's actually a pig, I promise you. I'm not lying. And also, these are the Sky Chase sections that I was talking about earlier, guys. These pretty much play exactly, or I should say very similarly to the Sky Chase levels inside of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but instead of just jumping with Sonic and attacking all the badniks that are inside the air, we're just flying around with Goku's Nimbus and just beating the shit out of Oolong. But anyway, here he's almost dead. Goodness sakes, I'm getting drilled right now by him, god damn it. Okay, is he about to fart? Oh shit, he's about to fart, he's about to fart. Ah, god damn it. Alrighty, there we go, we freaking took care of him, but yeah, and there we go. Like I did say before, he is an actual pig. That is how he actually looks, aside from being a hot man. It's kind of ironic when you think about it. Imagine thinking the hottest man in the world freaking comes to your door and then you realize that he's a goddamn pig. Very ironic, honestly, but anyway, let's move on here. He's joining our squad. Okay, and now we're moving on to the wilderness here, which I believe is actually where we first meet Yamcha inside the original Dragon Ball, and yes, it is. Yo! Who are you? I am Yamcha, the hyena of the wilderness. If you want to get out of here alive, hand over any money or capsules you have. Well, hand them over now! I'm so hungry. Miserable idiots. Fine then, here I go, and for those of you guys who are not aware of the original lore behind Yamcha in Dragon Ball, he used to start out being a bandit inside the series, so he used to be a bad person before Goku whooped his ass inside the series and freaking started turning him into kind of more of a good guy. He doesn't turn good yet, but yeah, he just starts out as a bandit thief, robbing people of their money in capsules, and that's what he's trying to do to us right now. And I'm not gonna lie with you, I kind of did find Yamcha a little bit more cooler inside the original Dragon Ball series than he was inside the later series, because he actually had a lot more cool moments inside of here than the other series, like being able to fight against freaking Jackie Chan and stuff, and using his goddamn Wolf-Fang fists, and I cannot ever forget about his fight against Tien in the 22nd Budokai Saga. But anyway, we beat freaking Yamcha here, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Fun fact, I just figured out recently from playing it, but if you beat Yamcha in this game, Puar actually does cry. You wouldn't be able to see them crying inside this game because they're off screen, but I thought that was a neat detail to share. And let's move on here. Again, I'm going to try to skip through the cutscenes to keep on pace with the video, but if we do get to some of my favorite moments in the series, which we most likely will soon, I will actually kind of like play through the cutscenes there and see how that goes. But anyway, we're going on to Fire Mountain here. This is pretty much the Ox King's house, and unfortunately, there's a Dragon Ball inside that house, but the fire's blocking us from getting in, so Master Roshi had to use his Kamehameha to put out the flames there, and he did a good job doing that. And now he's teaching Goku how to use the Kamehameha, so this is where Goku actually first learns the Kamehameha inside the series. To do the Kamehameha, you have to store your energy and then release it all at once. Press the R button to store up your energy and then release it to shoot. Okay, you try it now, and now we can pretty much do the Kamehameha, guys, and we practice key control and stuff, and I'm just gonna call this a little key blast for now, because right now, since we are pretty weak, we do not have enough energy at the bottom there with our meter to charge it all the way up to actually do a full key Kamehameha wave. We can only do fucking one little key blast. Goku basically shoots out a baby Hadouken, if you feel me. By the way, how is Gohan getting along? Grandpa? Grandpa died a long time ago. I just like how he just freaking casually says that nonchalantly. Like, seriously, man, like, your grandpa's dead and you're just like, oh, he died a while ago.
Like, goddamn, Goku. How about you come over to my house? I'll train you. Really? Okay, after I get all the Dragon Balls together, I'll come over right away. And then there's Bulma inside of her bunny outfit. I forgot she was wearing that outfit inside this arc. That was funny. Okay, Goku, let's go find the last Dragon Ball. You're leaving? Well, come back and see me sometime. Yeah, I'll be back. Take care of yourself, and we definitely will be back. Eventually, Ox King. Eventually. Okay, so now I'm moving on to Pilaf's castle here, guys, and pretty much just to kind of explain the lore here, Pilaf's army is pretty much here trying to collect the Dragon Balls as well, and they know that we have Dragon Balls, so they're trying to stop us. I think they have the last Dragon Ball too, so we do need them to actually surrender it. And I also think that they actually did, inside the anime at least, trap and booby-trap Goku and his friends inside of a cellar and try to take all the Dragon Balls from us, so now we're trying to break out of this place. But anyway, they're pretty much just a comic relief villain gang inside the Dragon Ball universe. They're not necessarily that threatening like Frieza and King Piccolo, so, you know, do what you will with that. They're not that to be taken that seriously, but hey. They have actually put up a bit of a decent fight against Goku, at least inside the anime and stuff, so I guess we could give them that. But anyway, here, like I did say earlier, the stages here start getting a little bit more frustrating because they start spawning in a lot more enemies that we gotta fight against, and for some reason here, I'm now realizing this, the Red Ribbon Army soldiers are here on this level inside Pilaf's castle. Not too sure why these enemies are here inside the castle when we don't meet the Red Ribbon Army until, you know, the Red Ribbon Army Saga, but whatever. Anyway, we got the freaking upgrade here. This is an attack upgrade, and this pretty much just allows us to do more damage with our combos and stuff. So the more of those we collect, the more easier it does become to kill all these enemies here inside the level. So that's kind of a little bit of the joy of this game, the power creep and everything. Not only that, but I think there's also an upgrade for our stamina bar too, our little ki blast bar down there as well, to fire the Kamehameha and also do our ultimate attacks that we can get upgrades for. So when we do get more bars, we will be able to actually fire a much stronger Kamehameha than one that we're firing right now, because like I said, this is just basically a baby Hadouken, bro. But yeah, I figure I also took this opportunity to kind of explain a little bit of OG Dragon Ball lore, because, you know, as Dragon Ball fans, the whole stereotype behind us, we act and pretend like we actually are a fan of the series and that we watch all of it, but then we only watch like 1/4 of it. So I figured, you know what, let's just freaking take this opportunity to get more people interested inside of OG Dragon Ball, since that series is oftentimes very slept on, and a lot of people don't really understand Goku's character to this day inside the Dragon Ball fan base, and I figured, well, if you watched OG Dragon Ball, you would actually know him. But okay, let's focus here on these enemies, because I'm about to get my butt kicked. But yeah, so far I would say this game is relatively fun. If you're someone who actually who doesn't really mind these these action beat-em-up platformer sections inside the game, then I would say it's an easy cop. But if you are someone who kind of does mind it, then I don't know if this game is going to be for you, man, because the one-on-one sections seem to be, in my opinion, the only like gameplay style that I'm a huge fan of, so far anyway. But I do kind of respect the fact that they did put a lot of detail and effort inside this game's platforming. In fact, if this game actually just went ahead and committed to being an actual platformer, I actually wouldn't have minded, honestly. I would have much rather them do that than just force these beat-em-up sections inside there, but I guess I understand that it is a Dragon Ball game at the end of the day, so, you know, you do gotta actually put in these beat-em-up sections to remind people that Dragon Ball is martial arts oriented. Alrighty, and also I'm starting to kind of figure out that there's apparently a little bit of a difference within each of the Red Ribbon Army soldiers' cloaks there. I believe the green enemies throw grenades, the purple enemies try to shank you, and then the blue cloak enemies just fire their guns. I could be wrong about that, but I am starting to notice a pattern with them, so I thought it was worth pointing out. But anyway, we got bunny ears here. Again, some of these items are just, you know, collectibles. They don't really do anything to benefit us. They're just kind of here to just be collected and kind of serve as little Easter egg references to the show and whatnot. So those bunny ears there, not going to really help us. But oh man, I am actually starting to lose a little bit of health here, so I got to be very careful. Oh my god, fucking boulder. Oh god, oh god. Oh no! Okay, so yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said that these levels kind of get a little bit more challenging. Yeah, they start spawning in quite a bit of enemies off the screen that are quite hard to dodge, honestly, so be mindful of that. Alrighty, here we go. I think I'm on the right path now. Yep, now I am. Goodness sakes, alrighty. But yes, right now, like I did say earlier, I am playing this on a fresh save file to just show you guys kind of what the game is like at the start of the actual game, so you know what you're getting yourselves into. Once I do get over and finish the 21st Budokai Saga arc inside this game, since you cannot replay that arc for some reason after you beat the other stages, I will be switching over to the save file that I have currently, where I have more life, more, you know, everything, more upgrades and stuff. I have a much stronger Goku than I have right now. And trust me, when you do have Goku upgraded, it becomes way more easier to actually handle these sections, but right now, I am going to be struggling hard because, goddamn, it is hard to keep these enemies at bay. Oh god, dodge those guys. I'm not too sure how close we are to the end of the level. I think that we still have to do 2 boulder chase sections before we can actually get over there, so I'm gonna just keep that in mind. And keep in mind too, guys, that this game does have like an actual difficulty select. Right now, I am actually playing this on regular difficulty because honestly, I did not want to have to like stress through playing this game on hard difficulty. It's already hard enough like doing these sections here on regular difficulty. I do not want to imagine how hard it is to actually do these sections on hard difficulty. Like, are the enemies just gonna attack you like immediately on sight? Like if you're platforming and stuff? Alright, but we got an upgrade for our little key blast bar here, so now we can do a much stronger Kamehameha that does way more damage. This is going to be very useful for boss fights too, because it actually does do a decent amount of damage to their health, so I'm going to definitely be using it a lot if I can. Okay, I think we're near the end of the level though. That was that whole boulder chase section. Okay, never mind. I forgot we have these freaking long-ass freaking enemy beat-em-up sections here, so gotta lock in. But yeah, honestly, I thought that they kind of did. When I was researching more about this game, I kind of thought that they did make more of these games, but apparently there's so far only one of these games, like only one Dragon Ball Advanced adventure game that covers the original Dragon Ball. It would have been cool to see if they actually adapted the rest of the Dragon Ball franchise in this style. I would have liked to see a Dragon Ball game in this type of style, honestly. It would have been cool. Who are you? I'm Pilaf the Great. So you're the one who stole our Dragon Balls. I did indeed take them, but there is one missing. You have the ball with the 4 stars in it, don't you? If you don't hand it over to me, you'll be sorry. I'm not about to give it to the likes of you. Fine, you have no intention of handing it over no matter what, do you? This will be interesting. Let me show you my power. And yep, here we go with Pilaf's army and stuff. They just summon these robots here that they got from their capsules. I always wondered that in the Dragon Ball franchise. How do they do that? What are these capsules made out of? Like, just carrying all these freaking huge-ass houses and shit inside of them. Like, I wish we had that in real life. We could just carry vehicles and cargoes inside of capsules. It would make delivering a lot of packages easier for a lot of Amazon employees, I bet. Okay, but anyway, I gotta lock in on this fight here, because this fight kind of is a little bit annoying. I usually do like using the Kamehameha on these mech bosses here, because they are, in my opinion, just not fun to engage with, because they do a lot of damage to you. Especially this one, since there's 2 of these freaking mechs we gotta fight. Okay, shit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this boss fight, goddammit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're losing this boss fight hard. Oh yeah. Son of a bitch. Alrighty, trying again. Round 2, take 2. This time, keeping my distance. I'm just gonna keep going with my strategy here, because goddamn, I do not want to interact with these guys at all. We're doing a lot of damage here. Okay, flamethrower, that's not good. That flamethrower, though, oh my god, that's what I was talking about. That flamethrower is kind of annoying. Like, it has ridiculous range on it. Alrighty, small boy's dead. Now we just gotta kill his older brother. Okay, now he's sit popping. There we go, alrighty. Take that, Pilaf, and get the hell out of here. Shit! Freaking annoying bosses. Alrighty. But we pretty much did that stuff. We pretty much defeat Pilaf, and we summoned the Dragon Balls, and I believe Oolong's wish was to wish for a new pair of underwear. Very funny. Again, I would definitely recommend you guys watch the original Dragon Ball if you really want to know the lore of Dragon Ball. So, anyway, we're going over to Kame's house. Let's move on here. I think this is the start of the 21st Budokai Saga, so we're going to prepare ourselves for it. Okay, so now we're going over back to Kami Senen's house, or Master Roshi's house, as he's actually called in the English dub, but this is actually where I believe where we actually get to meet Krillin inside the story, and there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Krillin, the man with a bald head that can freaking reflect the moonlight. Okay, but we're now training for the 21st Budokai Saga, and I mean not 21st Budokai Saga, but 21st Budokai Tournament, and pretty much what's going on inside of this level, for anyone who doesn't know, we're pretty much just racing against Krillin here to try and find Master Roshi's rock before he does, because if we don't, the loser of this little challenge here will actually have to watch others eat dinner in front of their faces while they get to starve, and unfortunately, Goku canonically not win this freaking little challenge here against Krillin, and he has to watch him pretty much eat in front of him, but hey, joke's on Krillin. That food was actually undercooked anyway, and it kind of poisoned him a little bit. So I guess it all worked out in the end. JK. But anyway, I got that little health upgrade there, and as you can see now, my life bar goes to green. I believe on my original save file that I have for this game, I pretty much played all the way up to where I got the green health bar to full and all that stuff, so I'm not too sure if it gets higher than that. It probably does, but that's at least as much of the game that I did play when on my spare time, so we'll see how much of the game we actually play inside of this one. Now, as for the story though, I think that the story, from what I've read online, a lot of people say that the story goes up to the King Piccolo Saga. And when I mean the King Piccolo Saga, I of course mean the first King Piccolo Saga, not the Piccolo Jr. Saga, not the 23rd Budokai Tenkaichi Saga. So I'm not too sure if we're gonna ever see adult Goku inside this game. We're probably just gonna only see Kid Goku inside this game. So yeah, if you guys came here for the 23rd Budokai Saga to be adapted, yeah, I don't think that we're gonna be seeing that arc inside this game. We'll see how many story arcs this game adapts though, but we found Master Roshi's rock anyway. Anyway, we got Krillin here. Hey Goku, did you find the rock yet? I win this contest. But that one might be a fake. But it has the old-timer's mark on it right here. Oh boy, you ready guys? You ready for the scumbaggery right here? Let me see it a second. Snatch. Freaking bastard. Wahahaha, I got the rock. You jerk, that's cheating. The competitive world is a harsh one, and you know, sadly Krillin is not wrong about that statement. The competitive world is a harsh one. Like, it's just live and let die inside the competitive world. He is very lucky that this isn't just a very random interaction and that, you know, he's our friend and that this is a training ground, because if this was in like some random scenario, he would be knocked the fuck out right now for doing that. Alrighty, but pretty much inside this level, we pretty much just gotta freaking race Krillin back to the start of the level before he actually turns in that rock to Master Roshi, and you know, we fail the challenge. And unfortunately, in the actual canon, Goku does not actually win this challenge against Krillin because he fooled him with that rock. He tosses like another rock at him and he gets distracted by that, so he ends up losing this challenge. Freaking scumbag. You scumbag, Krillin. You are fake martial artist. You use cheap tactics to win your fights. Cheap! But anyway, while I am playing the level here, I will mention that I have not really seen a whiff of launch so far inside this game's story, so that does kind of worry me because I don't know if any of you guys know who Launch is. She's pretty much the girl that Goku and Krillin bring to Master Roshi in order to get her to start, not her, him to start training them, and I haven't really seen her represented at all or mentioned so far inside this game, so I don't know if they actually are going to represent Launch. I would like to see her get represented inside this game. We need more Launch representation. Especially since, you know, she got written out of the story later on, but we caught up to Krillin. Wow, what a persistent guy he is. Hey, you want to fight for it? I'm not about to lose, and now we gotta fight against Krillin here, and it's just like the Yamcha fight, you know, a little quick boss fight here. It's not like the 1v1, keep in mind guys that when I say one-on-one sections, these are not the one-on-one sections I'm talking about, these are just little like 2D side-scroller boss sections, but I'll show you what I mean by the one-on-one sections later on. I believe after this level here, we actually get to play those little mini-games, so that's gonna be fun. But anyway, here, Krillin is whooping our ass. Maybe he's not a fake martial artist after all. Maybe bro doesn't need the trainer, need Master Roshi. Maybe he just needs to use his freaking just Orland Temple freaking karate school techniques on us. God damn! That shit went all the way across the screen, I can't even lie. Alrighty, this time with a full health bar, let's actually beat Krillin and not freaking make fools of ourselves. But pretty much to kind of explain the lore behind Krillin, he pretty much came off of a distant island from a different school. He is a Shaolin monk, and he kind of wanted to come here to learn from Master Roshi because he heard that Master Roshi teaches very good martial arts, and he is aware of that fee, you know, having to, you know, bring him some random, you know, funky stuff in order to actually get some training and some of that, you know, corn. But anyway, let's go over here and actually freaking beat up Krillin here and send him inside of his place. We gotta humble you real quick, buddy. Oh, yep, now he's almost dead. Okay, ow. Seriously, like, Krillin, you are messing me up, buddy. Like, I can't even lie. Like, this is actually the hardest I kind of struggled on this boss. When I first played through it, it was actually, like, relatively easy, but I kind of got my ass beat here, I can't lie. Okay, well, now we have to pretty much destroy 10 rocks from Master Roshi in order for him to actually start training us, or, like, actually start training us seriously inside the Kami-sen arts, I mean, Turtle Hermit arts, and pretty much while we are playing this game mode, I can definitely say that this Dragon Ball game kind of plays also like the Naruto Ninja Castle games, if any of you guys have actually played those games on the Game Boy Advance and Nintendo DS. And I believe the Naruto Ninja Castle games actually came out first before this Dragon Ball game did. This one came out in 2004, the Naruto Ninja Castle games came out in 2003, so technically you could say that Naruto pretty much did this style of game first before Dragon Ball did. Alrighty, there we go. We pretty much destroyed all the rocks. So teach us some martial arts now, Master Roshi. Teach us. Yeah, I did it. Old-timer, now you'll teach me martial arts, right? Very well. Good grief. What kind of kid is this? He's not a human, that's for sure. Okay, and now we're pretty much moving on here to the one-on-one sections that I was telling you guys about earlier at the start of this video, and pretty much these sections play like an actual fighting game here because you can hold back and block and all that stuff, and you can actually do combos inside of this one. You can do air combos and stuff, and pretty much how they work is that they're kind of like some of the old school fighting games where you have a guard gauge. You break that guard gauge, and once you break that guard gauge, you can be able to actually do a full-fledged combo on them. So as you see there, I broke Krillin's guard gauge, so now I can be able to do a full combo on him, like this. And then we launch him in the air and do an air combo. Like, when you think about it, this game pretty much just plays very similarly to freaking Dragon Ball FighterZ, or I should say Dragon Ball FighterZ plays very similarly to this game, and so does Extreme Botoden. This game came out decades before any of those games came out, so it's kind of good to see that they took a little bit of inspiration from this game, if they did at all. I literally just broke his guard there instantly, that's pretty funny. Okay, but now we're pretty much getting on here to launching attacks, but yeah, like I said, like, once you break the opponent's guard, you can actually hit him with a full combo, do a launching attack, and then do a whole full air combo. Now, I'm not necessarily too good at actually comboing in this game. I know that there's a way to actually, like, kinda, like, push the buttons in a certain way to, like, get them in a combo, a very long one, to, like, TOD them and stuff, but I'm not that good to actually do that, so we're just gonna stick with what we got now. But anyway, we are now about to leave for the tournament now, so we are about to prepare for the 21st Budokai Saga, so hell yeah, let's get into it. And also, as you can see here, I want to point this out before we go in there, we're actually wearing our Turtle Hermit gi now instead of our traditional gi that Goku had at the start of the journey, so hey, it's good to see that the game is very consistent in the story's progression so far, so that's cool. Alrighty guys, so we're actually recording this part of the video a couple of weeks later after I recorded the previous parts of the video, and all I gotta say right now is that I am even more hyped right now than I am for Dragon Ball than I have ever been, man, because I don't know if any of you guys have heard the news, but it has been confirmed that we are getting that more arc animated, baby, so you know what that means. Now we gotta freaking play this game and absolutely hype up the freaking Moro arc, honestly, man, because I can't wait for that arc to be animated. I've been hearing such amazing things about it from a lot of manga readers and from
just seeing little snippets of panels here and there inside the arc, I honestly do think that this arc could potentially be the golden arc. We might be entering possibly the golden era of Dragon Ball right now, so again, I am very hyped for that arc right now. Not only that, but we also got announced a freaking Dragon Ball Super remake inbound. So they're gonna be remaking the Battle of Gods saga and also potentially Resurrection F and all the other Dragon Ball Super arcs if they do get around to that. So I am very much hyped right now for just all the new content that's coming out for Dragon Ball, guys. So with that being said, if I do sound very energetic throughout the rest of this playthrough, that is the reason why. But anyway, enough of my little rambling. We could continue talking about that a little bit later, but to explain the lore of what's going on right now, what the guy that I just fought earlier in that first match, that his name was Girin, and pretty much he was pretty much like the main boss of the first 21st Budokai Saga, like the whole tournament, because he was pretty much bullying a lot of the contestants inside of it, so Goku had to put him in his place. Now we are fighting against Nam, who pretty much is trying to win this tournament in order to actually earn money to actually, you know, get water for his very poor village, because that's pretty much his mission, right? Just to earn money for his poor village and stuff, so yeah. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to just help bro out and let him win, the game will not allow us to win, so we do have to actually beat his ass inside this tournament. That, and, you know, canonically Goku does win this fight, so it's like, we gotta freaking stick to the canon here. Especially the canon that is within the Dragon Ball world, not the freaking fanfics that people write for this series. Oh goodness, do not remind me of the freaking fan comics. I mean, like, there's a lot of good Dragon Ball fan comics here and there, but most of them just focus way too much on just mischaracterizing a lot of the characters inside the series. But anyway, we are now moving on here to Jackie Chun, and for those of you who don't know, Jackie Chun is literally just Master Roshi in disguise. The main reason he's disguising himself as Jackie Chun here in the original Dragon Ball is because he is trying to make sure that Goku and Krillin don't get too comfortable fighting against a lot of the opponents so far, because they have become very strong by this point, and I mean very strong to the point where a lot of the contendants cannot really hang with them, honestly. So in order to actually motivate Goku and Krillin to continue training and strive for better and be stronger, Master Roshi here is trying to literally pose as an opponent, like a worthy adversary, to continue having them like train stronger and harder. And believe it or not, it's literally this fight here that pretty much motivates Goku to constantly keep training and keep pushing his body beyond his limits to become one of the strongest, if not the strongest, inside of Dragon Ball here. So that's the reason, that's a little cool little word for you guys here. Again, I would highly recommend a lot of people to watch the original Dragon Ball if you haven't, honestly. Like, again, I'm not saying that it's the most perfect part of the series, but it definitely has a lot of high moments that I really respect about this franchise, and in my opinion anyway, by watching the original Dragon Ball, it does make watching the other parts of the series a lot more enjoyable, especially when you know the context behind these characters that appear later on inside the series. So I just thought that was really interesting to bring up. Anyway, I think I am going to lose here. Yes, I am, and I have no idea if we are supposed to lose here or if we actually are supposed to win. I think we might have. Okay, we actually are supposed to win here. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's weird though. We have to actually win against Jackie Chun, but, you know, Goku technically loses against him inside the freaking canon, so I don't know why we have to even bother winning. It's not like us winning is actually gonna fit with the canon anyway, so it's like, what the hell? But yes, on top of that, aside the freaking Gekishin, you know, Geki Dama Festival, there was also new content announced for Sparking Zero. Apparently they are adding some more characters that people were actually begging for, like Super 17, you know, King Piccolo, and a bunch of other characters into the game now, so hopefully by them adding those characters, a lot of people will actually enjoy the game a bit more, but I'm not too sure that the game's actually going to be like, it's going to probably like improve a little bit. Like, maybe a lot more people will enjoy the characters, but if I'm being honest with you, this is content that I honestly think that they should have added inside the game, like, long before, honestly. Like, way when the game was launched, so we'll see how it goes, honestly. Okay, I thought he was gonna freaking teleport there. I was anticipating that freaking instant transmission, bro. Okay, I actually do gotta win this here, because, like, you know, in case you guys forgot, I do have a limited number of lives here inside this game, and Like in your traditional freaking, you know, platformer or arcade style game, you do have only a certain amount of lives you could have before you actually get a real game over. And I'm not too sure if you get a game over in this game if you have to redo basically the whole entire game from start to finish, but it's whatever. We beat Jackie Chan and we basically won, quote unquote. Trust me guys, Goku did not win. No, what are you talking about? He did not win. What are you talking about, game? He did not win that tournament. No. No. Hang on a second. Wait a second. Okay, we got Jackie Chan's wig. We pretty much made him bold. Why in the hell are we saying that Goku won this? Oh, we can pick Jackie Chan? That's nice. Okay, but for anyone who has not actually read the manga or, you know, watched the anime, Goku does not win that tournament. He actually loses against Jackie Chan. Like, he loses that fight, and him losing that fight is what drives him to become more stronger. What? Okay guys, well we're now moving on over to the Muscle Tower, which aka is the start of the Red Ribbon Army Saga, so we're gonna be fighting against a lot of these soldiers now, and as I did say at the start of the playthrough, I did say that if I did beat the 21st Budokai Saga on that fresh new save file, I would be switching over to my current save file in the game to show you guys what the game kind of looks like a bit later, how strong Goku is kind of now. And I basically so far have played the game all the way up to the 22nd Budokai tournament, so like all the way up to the start of it at least, so yeah. I'm definitely going to see later on if how far this game actually adapts the Dragon Ball story, if it does at least go to the Piccolo Junior Saga, or if it stops at the, you know, just the King Piccolo Saga, like the first one. It would be cool though if they adapt the Piccolo Junior Saga. I would like to see Goku's meteor combination inside this game, like featured inside this game, but from what I've read again, it seems that it only goes up to the normal Piccolo Saga, so we'll just see how far we can get in this game, honestly. And as you can see now, I do have 3 bars, so you know what that means. Like, I should have fire an actual Kamehameha now, and that shit just absolutely murks everything that's in front of its path, honestly. Like, you see how overpowered that shit is? That shit just literally kills any enemy that's literally in front of my path on screen, bro. But pretty much to kind of just briefly explain the lore here. Oh, there's freaking that one android that Goku fought inside this arc. I don't think he has a direct name, honestly. He's pretty much just a whip-off pretty much like the Terminator from freaking Terminator, so yeah. That's pretty much his whole gif here. But pretty much to kind of just explain the whole entire lore here behind what's going on inside the Red Ribbon Army Saga. Ouch. Okay, I don't know why he fired his fucking fist at me when he doesn't have his head anymore, bastard. But to pretty much kind of just explain like the actual lore here of the Red Ribbon Army Saga, pretty much what happened is that Goku was on his usual journey, minding his own business until the Red Ribbon Army soldiers pretty much started attacking him to try and take his 4-star goal. He then encountered this village, which pretty much is just like a snowy village here, and pretty much, you have Muscle Tower here, where they pretty much are just sending in a lot of these troops inside this snow village to pretty much go around and terrorize people inside that village, so it's up to us to stop the Red Ribbon Army Saga and free the people that are pretty much being terrorized by them, because they are just going around raiding homes, you know, killing children, killing families, all in search of these Dragon Balls. And as you could probably expect, these guys plan to use the Dragon Balls here for actual evil, but hey, we actually get to fight against Murasaki here. That's actually cool. I wonder if Murasaki actually does the thing with the rug, you know, where he freaking like tries to hide from Goku, but his camouflage is so ass that you can literally tell it's him inside next to the tree. But yeah, guys, I was not kidding when I said that this version of Goku is like much more powerful than the Goku that we were playing as earlier. Like, look at that damage, dude. He is already almost dead just from one Kamehameha. That's crazy. Alrighty, we beat Murasaki's ass. I wonder if it is possible, honestly. I also am wondering if it is possible to reference that scene in the anime where Goku makes him jump, and then when he tries to do that freaking attack, you can attack him with the power pole and make him fucking sit on his freaking power pole stick. That would be awesome. Okay, we might have to just freaking spam our Kamehameha wave beam here, cause god damn. They are throwing a lot of shurikens, and they are starting to crowd me up. You bastards need to freaking know your place. That's crazy, honestly. Okay, one Murasaki is dead. The others are freaking blocking the attack. Bastards. You know what, screw this shit. And then there's only one Murasaki.
But yeah, that scene inside the anime, man, was freaking funny as hell. That made me die of laughter when I first saw that. When he freaking landed on Goku's power pole and just started freaking out, like, that was definitely like one of the funniest moments inside the actual show, honestly. That was freaking funny as hell. Ooh, chicken! There we go. Is that chicken, by the way, or is that like some sort of like duck? I don't know. Or is that turkey? You know, why am I questioning what food it is, bro? Just eat the damn food. Alrighty, but I think that we actually are approaching near the end of this muscle tower here. From what I remember correctly, I think we have to fight against some commander chief here that's actually in charge of the muscle tower here, and once we beat that dude, we'll pretty much be done with the actual stage here, so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I wonder if Android 8 is actually in this game. For those of you guys who don't know, Android 8 is like my favorite original Dragon Ball character, and I actually am kind of a little bit happy that they did bring him back instead of that one Dragon Ball special, like Path to Power, I believe, but he ends up dying in that one, and I was just very depressed to find out that he actually did die inside of that special. Pretty sad, honestly, and here we go, we got the commander here. Hey you! Are you the boss here? Give the mare back to me. I'm impressed you've gotten this far. I applaud you. You really are something else. I wish you were in our army. You think I would ever join you? Come on, surrender. You're the one who's going to surrender, and yep, this is where he gets him inside that trap, and we have to fight against a monster called Bouillon, I believe that's what he's called. He's this pink monster here, and he pretty much is just Majin Buu before Majin Buu ever existed, honestly. I'm going to watch you die. But yeah, he shoots electricity and he's made out of rubber, and this boss fight is pretty much basically lore accurate. He is pretty much impervious to damage, so... Okay, goddamn, I forgot got hit here, and we have to pretty much break these walls back here in order to actually deal damage to him. I'm not the best at fighting this boss though, because I'm not really one to know the strategies on how to actually fight this boss. I do not know how to fight this boss, honestly, without taking damage. It's kind of a little bit hectic, but it'll have to do. Okay, there we go, we pretty much froze him here, and now we have to freaking do our damage. God damn it. Okay, and now we gotta freaking break the wall again. Okay, I'm getting shot the hell out. Dude, how do you dodge this shit, honestly? How do you dodge this shit? Okay, you dodge it like that. Okay, but... Oh, shit. We got freaking tased. God damn it. Okay, but like I was saying, I pretty much was explaining that this boss is pretty much just Majin Buu before Majin Buu existed, and the reason why I say that is because he pretty much has the same attributes as Majin Buu. He can regenerate himself, and pretty much his body's pretty much just like gum and rubber and stuff, so a lot of attacks he's pretty much impervious to, so we actually do gotta freaking freeze him here in order to do damage, because I don't know if any of you guys actually know your elements, but rubber does not go well with ice. In fact, ice hardens rubber to where rubber becomes very weak. So that's the reason why we are able to do this to him. Alrighty. I see how we can kind of dodge that now. We have to like run underneath it immediately though. Yeah, we had to run underneath it immediately. Oh my god. But it's like hard to tell which attack he's gonna do, honestly, because like there's no distinct animation to tell if he's about to do the long, like freaking up-down freaking attack, or he's gonna do another type of attack, honestly, so it can be a little bit annoying. That's kind of what makes this boss a little bit annoying. It's just, oh, dodging these electric attacks. They can be the bane of my existence sometimes. Alrighty. Son of a bitch! Oh, we were so close to beating him too. Alrighty. But I kind of see how we gotta dodge his attack there. We can jump. We just gotta freaking know when to jump, honestly. Oh, that's how you dodge it. You just run under... Yeah, you really do just run underneath it. That was just too slow. Okay. It's probably not gonna matter too much anyway, because we are probably about to win this boss, hopefully. Oh! Oh, I might have jinxed it. I might have jinxed it. No, I did not jinx it. Fuck you, Bouillon. Okay. Okay, good. We got rid of that boss. Seriously, I don't like fighting it. That boss actually gives me like a lot of trouble when I play it. I can't even lie. Alright, he's next. And no, we don't really get to see Android 8. Now give me back the mare, otherwise I'll send you flying. You've got a lot of nerve for a little kid. Go ahead and try to knock me flying if you can. Alright, here it goes! And they freaking sent him flying throughout the window, but... Aww. We don't get to see Android 8 inside this freaking arc, man. Alrighty, man. Yeah, I'm starting to think this game's not really that lore accurate towards the original Dragon Ball. So, you know what? For anyone who actually is very interested inside the story of the original Dragon Ball, I would not recommend this game be what you play in order to actually learn the story, because they seem to be skipping quite a lot of details here. I'm not too sure if I'm a big fan of that, honestly, but let's move on. Okay, so now we're moving on over to the underwater cave, and pretty much what's happening here inside of this part of the story is that we're chasing after a Red Ribbon Army member called General Blue. He pretty much took one of our... Okay, what the... Oh! Almost fucking died there, that's crazy. But anyway, like I was saying, we're chasing after a Red Ribbon Army member called General Blue, and pretty much what happened was that he took one of our Dragon Balls, so we're chasing after him to try and get it back, and he went underneath this base here. And he pretty much is kind of a bit of a threat, like he is one of the big walls that Goku actually goes up against here in the series, and that's because, you know, he has a key control ability. Like, he has this ability to use his key to paralyze his enemies and stop them from moving, and that's going to be a big problem for Goku and Krillin when they actually have to fight against them, so we're going to have to brace for that. I'm actually excited to see how they, you know, adapt this little fight here. I don't remember too much about the boss fight of General Blue, so this is going to be interesting. Ooh, what's going on? Oh, and here we go. Here is this pirate android. Yeah, Goku and his friends actually fight against him inside the show, and I have no idea what this pirate android's called, honestly. I'm pretty sure it probably does have some type of name, but I just don't remember it. But anyway, this guy is kind of a little bit tough. I mean, what do you expect, honestly? Any enemy that has that flamethrower weapon is just bad news, in my opinion. Like, it's really hard to fight them. Oh shit, oh yeah, I'm actually losing this here. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this, buddy. Let's think about this. Yeah, I have no idea how to dodge that sword attack. Oh my god, that tracking is insane. You saw that? He was sliding across the floor. My guy was sliding across the floor harder than freaking Michael Jackson. I don't even know what I said, to be honest. What the hell am I talking about? Freaking sliding on the floor like Michael Jackson? What? How does that make any sense? Okay. I think we are getting very close to the actual boss now. Yep, we are. Okay, goodness sakes, I was about to say, because that level was so long. Oh my god. I wasn't kidding when I said these levels actually start getting a little bit longer, guys. Seriously, these beat-em-up sections. They're starting to become a little bit repetitive. A little bit. Ho ho! There's freaking General Blue right there, and his freaking muscles, and his blonde hair. Jeez Louise. Unfortunately for you, the Red Ribbon Army will be taking that treasure. Not you guys again. Oh shit, the whole building is crumbling. Don't worry, it'll be over soon. I'll have to dispose of you and find the Dragon Ball right away. You think I would hand it over to the likes of you, guys? Heck no, Goku, we will not be handing it over to him at all. But anyway, like I said, he has this weird ability, like this weird paralysis and psychokinesis ability to like move objects and paralyze your body. That's what he does with his key control here, so we gotta watch out for that. In a way, you can pretty much say that General Blue, at least before Frieza and freaking Goldo got introduced into the story, was our Silver the Hedgehog for this game. Or I should say he's possibly more of an inspiration for Silver, since he has psychokinesis powers as well. Then again, though, psychokinesis is not something that was introduced in Dragon Ball. It's just been something that's been a part of almost every single, like, comic lore and media franchise. I have no idea what I'm saying at this point. I'm just locking hard for this fight because I am losing. And let me just say too, guys, let me just actually say too, when Krillin actually fought against this guy, I know that they don't show it here inside the freaking game. God damn it, I know they don't show it here inside the game, but Krillin fought against this guy and he got messed up. Like, he got messed up so bad, man. It's so sad. Like, we all thought that he was gonna freaking put belt to ass to freaking General Blue, and this dude got laid out on the floor as soon as the freaking pan shot freaking cut away from him, and I got paralyzed there, god damn it. Like, it was just freaking sad, bruh. God damn. Krillin cannot catch a win at all outside the freaking tournament arcs inside of OG Dragon Ball, honestly. Like, most of his wins came inside the tournament arcs. It wasn't until Dragon Ball Z when he started getting most of his wins outside the tournament arcs. fucking paralysis. Yeah, this boss fight is almost over here, so we're just gonna continue spamming our freaking Kamehameha beam. Can you stop blocking it, please? Kamehameha! And holy shit, what the fuck? Did you see that damage? Did you see that freaking damage? Hang on a second, damn. I did not know all those rocks freaking do that much damage. God damn, I got lucky there. Ah, the cave is starting to collapse. It's no use, we have to escape now or we won't make it. And from here, we have like a little like Resident Evil little Final Hazard, freaking Resident Evil escape here where Goku is on a time limit and he has to get back to the ship before the whole cave collapses. But we managed to survive it and we got our Dragon Ball, so now we're pretty much just heading on over to the base, I believe. Actually, no, he's not heading over to the base. What am I talking about? We're heading over to freaking Korin's tower. Or at least the land of Korin, because we got someone special to fight there now. You're about to see why. Goku arrives in the land of Korin, searching for the next Dragon Ball. It only took him a moment for Goku to get the 4-star ball from Upa, who lived there. Suddenly, mercenary Tao, whom the Reverend Army had hired, appeared here. And you know what? Yeah, let's just freaking skip this. I don't know why I was reading that, but yes, we are fighting against mercenary Tao now, and this is a one-on-one section, but as you can see, we have only one health bar here and not that much energy. And I think it's because we're actually supposed to lose this fight, if I remember correctly. Like, we're not supposed to win this fight. Like, we're not supposed to win this fight, obviously, because Goku gets demolished by Mercenary Tao inside the anime when he first fights him, so it makes sense that he doesn't win here. But the second time we have to fight him, we have to win there, because we go up to Korin's tower, we get some special training from him, and, you know, we get strong enough to freaking fight against Mercenary Tao. And this dude is basically Tien's master. Tien and Chaozu's master. So if you're wondering where the Dodon Ray originated from, I think it originated from him. That and also, his other master. Actually, no, was Mercenary Tao's master, or am I thinking of someone else? God damn it. Alright, but yeah, as you can see here, we were supposed to actually lose this fight, because if we were supposed to win that, I guess we would be causing a whole Dragon Ball Xenoverse paradox, where the freaking character that's supposed to lose ends up winning, and then everything in the timeline just starts getting fucked up. I mean, the timeline's already fucked up because of everything that's happening. Like, no one knows what's canon anymore in Dragon Ball, but it is what it is. Let's continue. Alright, and now we gotta pretty much meet with freaking Catch Korin here. I'm gonna catch your ass. Where'd you go? Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here, Korin. Get over here. And yes, Korin is a cat, by the way. He's a cat with a freaking staff, and he's relatively... I don't know how strong he is in Dragon Ball, but he is definitely one of the, a way stronger master than Roshi so far, so this is definitely a step up. That's pretty much the whole theme of Dragon Ball anyway. It's usually just going around on journeys and Goku being trained by a lot of these different masters inside of the world, so that's cool. And also, I know what I was thinking of, guys. I know what I was thinking of earlier. I was thinking of Master Shen. Shen is Tien's master, like Tien and Chaozu's master. Mercenary Tao is just his brother, so I guess you could say he's kind of like an assistant, like not directly Tien's master, but more like a sub-mentor, if you will, an assistant there to help guide the master's instructions if the students don't follow his instructions, so... Alrighty, there we go, we got freaking Korin here, we gotta freaking tickle him. You got enough tickles? You got enough Pat Garfield? Huh? Yeah, I caught you 10 times, very specific, honestly. Like, I believe he only had to catch him one time in the freaking show. I'm gonna be honest with you. Alrighty, well, now that we've pretty much finished our actual training with Korin here, as you can see, we have our 3 bars and we have more life, so we actually must win this fight now. Like, this fight we actually do have to win. We can't lose, because Goku needs to avenge Upa's father, who got murdered by this dude. Now, I can literally go on a whole tangent and say how much ore Mercenary Tao has inside the freaking show, but I don't think I can explain it enough, guys. But basically, this dude, when he first is introduced inside the show, the first thing he literally does is tell and ask freaking General Red where in the world does he think Goku is. he pretty much tells him where he is, and then he breaks the freaking like pole that's inside the building, and then throws that shit and rides on top of it, literally to the exact location where Goku and Upa are with the Dragon Balls. And he arrives there and immediately just starts wrecking shit. And on the way too, while he's pretty much trying to get over there and find them, he pretty much just starts ore farming too. He literally reflects a bullet with his goddamn shoe back at a freaking bandit or whatnot. Like, Tao was freaking cool, man. He's definitely one of my favorite villains of OG Dragon Ball, and definitely one of the most threatening of the humans anyway, but damn, bro. It sucks though that they don't really bring him back anymore inside the series, because I've read somewhere, I don't know if this is true or not, because it's never been confirmed by Toriyama, but allegedly he's apparently dead inside the series, so it's unknown if we'll ever actually see Mercenary Tao again inside the franchise, but it's a shame. Okay. Wait, what the hell was that? Did he just do like a whole freaking Street Fighter 3 third strike parry on me? What the hell was that? Alrighty, and Mercenary Tao is almost dead here. I'm surprised he didn't fire any Dodon rays at us yet. I would like him to freaking do that so I can show you guys what I'm talking about, but... Well, there it is again, he freaking third strike parry me. What the fuck? Alrighty, there we go. Freaking Mercenary Tao is done. And... I don't know if they're actually going to show it inside the cutscene. We're going to probably watch this cutscene here because I'm curious if they're actually going to show it. But he pretty much just surrenders and pretends to surrender against Goku, and he tosses a grenade at him. Then Goku kicks that shit back up at him and explodes in his face, and we presume that he was dead here, but he's not really dead, guys. He comes back later inside the 23rd Budokai Saga. Watch the original Dragon Ball, godthing, and I can't explain the whole entire lore. I did it! I beat Mercenary Tao! Banzai, says Upa. Alright, I'm going to make sure I get all the Dragon Balls together. And bring your daddy back to life, Upa. Yep, because Tao murdered him. Right. The Dragon Balls on the radar are all grouped up together? I get it. That must be the Red Ribbon Army's house. Okay, now we're going over to the base. Now we're going over to the base. I don't know what the hell I was saying before, but now we're getting over to the base. Goodness sakes, I literally just forgot that we had Corrin's Tower here inside the game. I thought that they didn't adapt it, but that's cool. Alrighty, moving on over to the Red Ribbon Army Saga's base, and we're pretty much going inside this little Sky Chase section here. It's been quite a long while since we actually have played a Sky Chase section, so it's a little bit rejuvenating that we're at least getting something different than just only 1v1s and just you know, normal beat 'em up sections, so that's a plus. But anyway, I cannot describe to you guys how much of a freaking savage Goku is inside this section here, because he pretty much just goes on a whole rage, bombarding the Red Ribbon Army Saga's base and destroying almost all of their soldiers, killing every single one of them and just destroying their base, man. He wreaks havoc inside this base. And people deadass believe that Goku wasn't actually taking lives inside the original Dragon Ball or ever inside Dragon Ball. No, he actually took lives inside of this freaking part of the show. He actually did murder people. It wasn't until his training with Kami inside the 23rd Budokai Saga, which is the Piccolo Jr. Saga, when, you know, he actually stops killing people and starts doing that whole mercy thing where he spares his enemies and stuff, which I think is personal growth. I'm actually glad that Goku actually doesn't just start mindlessly killing a lot of enemies again. He actually does try and give them a little bit of a chance here and there, even though it does lead to reckless decisions being made. But who cares, it's Dragon Ball. Okay, now if I remember correctly, there's like two sections towards this little level here. There's the above area, and then there's the another beat 'em up area. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm probably gonna be skipping through most of the beat 'em up sections from now on, because honestly, I just don't think it's that entertaining anymore for you guys to just sit and watch me play through a lot of them. So I'll only be like skipping towards the more interesting points inside the game from now on, so that way we can save time. Because this video, I checked the timeline on my video editor, and yes, it is getting very, very long now. Way longer than I was planning this video to be, but whatever. I've done hour-long videos before. It's never harmed this channel anyway, so we'll just continue doing it. Oh yeah, that's the thing too. Keep in mind, Goku literally destroys this whole entire base by himself. Like, his friends were gonna come too and help him, right? Help him take down the Red Ribbon Army. And before they even got here, he literally took them down, like took down the whole entire base by his fucking self. Like, can we give a round of applause for Goku here? This dude literally soloed a whole entire army by himself. As a kid. A kid. Anyway here. Ah! That must be the Red Ribbon Army. And now we descend and we go into the second phase of this level here where we fight on the freaking floor, which is another beat 'em up section, so I'm not looking too forward towards it, because, yeah, you guys get the point already. Like, you get the point already. Oh yeah, I think this level has like 2 of those strong Terminator enemies that we have to fight too. I call that android back in Muscle Tower the Terminator, because obviously he looks like the freaking Terminator. He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger, so yeah, that's why I freaking reference here. Oh, this is the section I was talking about. I think we fight against 2 of them if I remember correctly, or do we only fight against 1 of them? I thought we did fight. Oh, yep, we do fight against 2 of them. There's the other one. But of course, with our good old friend, the Kamehameha, they are no match for us. Of course, so I am going to have to be very careful from now on, because I do remember that we do have to fight against a boss here. I saw that. There was another... Oh god, oh god, oh god. Get rid of him, please. Get rid of him, please. Oh goodness. He's got me inside of a corner, bro. He had me there jailed in that corner. I was fucked if I... Oh my god, there's another one. I just killed you guys! I thought there was only 2 of them on this level. I didn't know that there was a whole 4, like quadruple pack here on this level. What the hell? Alrighty. We're back over to where we kind of were before, with a little less damage than we took before, but I honestly don't know if this is going to make much of a difference, honestly, because there's just so much shit happening on the screen right now. I can't even lie with you guys. Holy fuck. Oh my god, those missiles home in on you? Oh god, no. Can I just... Oh, I could just go? I could have just gone? I didn't have to fight them? Here's me thinking I have to kill all 4 of those freaking, Arnold Schwarzenegger guys. Nope. Apparently we just run past them. Good to know. Okay, these guys though we do have to actually fight. Oh god, no. Hey, hang on, wait, time out. Time out, this isn't a fair fight! What was it that Goku said to Boo inside the Boo Saga? Hang on, Boo, you still owe us a fair fight! Oh my, non-stop with these freaking guys here. Okay. You know, I think I don't remember this level that much, honest. Okay, Goku just fucking died there. I don't think I remember this level having so many of these guys just spawned here, but they're here alright. God damn, this time, not going to die. If I can just... Oh, I didn't even realize that there was a door here. I completely forgot that here. What's this? Oh, a health upgrade. Thank you very much if I say so. Ow. You know, maybe that's what we needed, honestly. Maybe we needed that freaking health upgrade, honestly, because, goodness sakes. I feel like with the health that we had, I don't think the game wanted us to just have green life. We need to have that blue life, you know? Can you stop firing goddamn fucking missiles at me? Shit! Dude, at this rate, if this is how hard the freaking game is at this point, dude, I do not want to imagine what the freaking King Piccolo saga is going to be like, man. I feel like King Piccolo is going to be a bastard inside that freaking boss fight. I just feel it. I don't know. Maybe it's probably super easy, and I'm probably, like, overestimating it, but I just feel like it's going to be, like, the worst boss of the game, man. It's going to be so hectic. Oh, man. I'm starting to think that I kind of like oversold guys with my information. Like, I thought that there was only 2 of these bastards we're gonna have to fight at the same time, but nope. We had to fight against 8 of these motherfuckers in this level. That is ridiculous. Okay, JK, it's not that ridiculous, but still, I'm just shocked that there's so many of these bastards we have to fight against. Okay, finally, we got to the end of the level. Okay. Red. Grr, how can this be? He's only 1 kid! And there's General Black. But now we should get out of here. We will rebuild our forces. Rats. And I was so close to making myself taller, too. That's pretty much the whole story by in general already. Wants to wish himself fucking taller. With the Dragon Balls. What did you say? This was all for a wish as petty as that? Be quiet. Would you defy your commander? Grr! And General Black basically just murdered him. No, like, he actually murdered him in cold blood with his own hands. He was going to use the Dragon Balls for something more mischievous than just making yourself taller. I will rebuild the Red Ribbon Army. The Dragon Ball is in here, right? So if you've come, but not even you are a match for my battle jacket. Whatever, just hurry up and come at me. And now we gotta fight against freaking General Black here. This is actually an actual, like, major boss here inside the game now, so yeah. This is like the final boss of the Red Ribbon Army Saga. I hate this boss with a passion though, because like I said before, I'm just not a huge fan of the freaking mech bosses. They honestly kind of blow. And I'm fighting him with low health, so this is not any... Wow, God, he peppered me with so much bullets. Yeah, I'm not winning this fight here at all. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, yes, this is the final boss of the freaking, Red Army Saga. What I usually like to do for this boss is just spam the level 2 Kamehameha, because he's just gonna keep peppering you with bullets, and you're just not gonna have enough time to, like, freaking charge it all the way up to level 3 most of the time, honestly. So it's best to just keep your distance and just fire this, because it's just not worth getting close to this bastard. It's just not worth getting close to any of these mech guys, honestly. They suck.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Okay. Ooh. Ooh, I almost got nuked there. I almost got tactical nuked. You gotta fire another missile again? Oh god, he's not firing a missile. Stop it. Stop it. He's using his freaking final smash on me. Like, that final smash, that snake cannon brawl, that's what he's pretty much doing towards me. God damn it, man. I don't think we're gonna win. Oh my god. Come on, he's almost dead. Come on! Oh, you son of a bitch! What are you doing? You son of a... It's alright. It's okay. It's alright, you know, we got close that time. Just try again, you know, win the battle, win the day, get this boss done, and get out of our way.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Oh god. Oh no, god damn it, I freaking took massive damage there. Fuck. You doing it again? No, he's not doing it again. I guess... Alright, I just gotta stop charging my Kamehameha whenever he, like, goes to the space there, because if I do that, I'm not gonna be able to dodge out of the way. Like, he's actually so close to dying, but I'm also so close to dying, so, you know, it's kind of like a good thing, but a bad thing at the same time, you know? You're just fucked either way. God damn it! Immediately with this, huh? We're starting with this out the gate already. Like... Oh, son of a goat. Yes! Finally! God dang, man, oh my goodness, that took quite a while for me to actually beat. I don't know why that boss was so... I don't know why it took me that long, but oh man, I just do not like that boss, man. Any mech boss inside this game, automatically I do not like, because you just cannot interact with them. You have to just, like, camp them out in order to beat them. It sucks, honestly, it sucks, but anyway... Goku pretty much, as the text says there, Goku has defeated the last of the Red Ribbon Army all by himself. So, as a kid, guys, Goku literally took down an entire army. So, that makes him a pretty strong Earthling already. The fact that he was able to take down an army by himself with no help whatsoever. This dude's a freaking one-man army. Alrighty. Moving on over to freaking Baba's place. This is actually where Fortune Teller Baba is introduced here. If you guys don't know who Fortune Teller Baba is, she's pretty much, in her name, a fortune teller, and she's actually the sister of Master Roshi. So, that's right, Master Roshi has a sister here, and pretty much, we need her to actually tell us where the last location of the hidden Dragon Ball is, because it's being contained somewhere in an area that the Dragon Ball radar cannot pick up, and she's the only one that can tell us where it is. So in order to actually, you know, get her to tell us, we have to beat all her contestants here, and fighting against Devilman. And as you saw there, he shot us with his Devilmite beam. It pretty much is a beam that pretty much awakens the evil inside of one's heart and turns it into an explosion, you know? Like, it makes them blow up. The thing is about Goku, though, is that, you know, he's pure of heart, so the Devilmite beam does not work on us. I'm pretty sure, though, if you play the stage with, like, a different character, like as Krillin or Master Roshi and stuff, you will have to deal with that attack, because it probably would be very annoying. Actually, I don't even know if you can actually change characters in the story mode here. You probably can, like, do that inside of, like, battle mode or something, but right now, we don't have to worry about the Devilmite Beam because we are Goku, so that thing will not hurt us. Which is actually pretty crazy when you think about it, honestly, because there's a lot of Dragon Ball characters that have, like, a lot of evil in their hearts, so with that logic, Devilman possibly could take down a lot, and I mean a lot, of Dragon Ball characters in the universe. We're talking about potentially Frieza, we're talking potentially Majin Buu, we're talking Cell. That's if Cell even has a heart. I think he has like a freaking engine in his fucking chest, I don't know. But yeah, point is, he definitely could kill a lot of Dragon Ball characters with that move, so I would say out of all the original Dragon Ball villains, she's potentially the strongest, honestly. I beat him! Who's next? Rats! You're something else, kid. Look at that smug face of hers. She looks like she's about to freaking smack him on the freaking head. But this is the end of the line. Your next opponent is a strong one. Come on out. Okay. And yes, guys, I'm actually reading this cutscene because this is actually one of my favorite moments in the game. We get to fight against Gohan, Goku's master. Alright, I'll beat you for sure. Aren't you going to bow before the match? Huh? Oh yeah. There's something nice about the way he smells. You know, that's gonna be taken out of context, Goku. Someone's gonna make a bad meme out of that. Okay, but yep, this is one of my favorite moments in the entire franchise, honestly. We get to fight against Grandpa Gohan, and you know, it's quite sad, honestly, because as I said at the start of this video, Goku's master does sadly die. We don't actually get to see him at the start of the series, and this is probably like one of the only times in the actual canon anyway that we get to see Grandpa Gohan. Anywhere else in the series, he's not really that present, honestly, unless he's like a cameo in the background or in a filler episode inside of the series, but not inside the manga. But this dude is freaking crazy, honestly. He knows all of Goku's freaking techniques because obviously he taught him, and he is aware of Goku's little weakness about his tail. You know, grabbing a Saiyan's tail freaking drains them of their power. And I don't know if I did clarify this earlier inside the video. Oh shit. Okay, he hit me with a freaking Kamehameha. Okay, Gohan, calm down. Calm down, Gohan. Let me get back up. Let me get back up, bro.
Nope.
What the hell? He freaking punched me out of my move. Bastard. Okay, this dude Gohan is actually like a threat here inside this game. Like, he is actually freaking like parrying my attacks and shit. That's crazy. And yes, in case any of you guys are wondering, Goku didn't name Gohan his son after his master. That's the original name where Gohan came from when inside of Dragon Ball anyway. That's because, you know, in traditional Toriyama style, he just names a lot of his characters off of random stuff that, like, comes inside of his mind, but yeah, Goku named his son after his master, so I thought that was a little neat detail there for anyone who does not know that. Okay, here we go here. I'm gonna need to get you out of here, Gohan, because you were actually whooping my ass there. I actually had to lock in there hard, because he was starting to, like, parry all my attacks and stuff, so I had to be very careful, but anyway, let's read this cutscene, this awesome cutscene. How about that? I win, right? And there's the masked man. I give up. You beat me. You've grown stronger. I'm glad you've trained this far. How did you know my name? You can't be. And guess what? It's freaking Gohan. That's right. It's me, Gohan. What? Grandpa! Grandpa! You know, I'm surprised that I wasn't a match for you. Well, as promised, I'll tell you the fortune. Listen, Crystal, hear my call. Where can I find the 7th Dragon Ball? Okay, that's actually a cool rhyme there. Very cool rhyme. I see it. The ball is moving. It's inside a car about 200 kilometers from here. Thank you. Alright, I'm off. Yeah, guys, that's actually kind of a little bit emotional. I actually was a little bit sad when I read that in the manga for the first time. I was like, yo, bro, that was... Ooh, that was freaking something, honestly. It's honestly crazy, too, because like I was explaining earlier, I did say that it was revealed later on in Dragon Ball Z that, you know, Goku ended up killing his master, Gohan, because he ended up looking at the moon one day and transforming into a great ape, and he accidentally crushed him. So... Goku by this point doesn't even know that he killed his own master and only learns it in Dragon Ball Z, which, when you have the context of the original Dragon Ball and watch Z, it's pretty dark, honestly. Pretty dark storytelling. Alrighty, City Street. I don't really remember this level too well. Oh yeah, we're actually going after freaking Pilaf and his army now, because they're the ones that have the last Dragon Ball. They had inside of some box that, like, blocks the Dragon radar from being able to trace it. So that's crazy. Hey, give me the Dragon Ball. Oh, you know what I just realized too, guys? We're gonna have to do another goddamn mech boss, I believe. We're gonna have to fight against another mech boss in this one. I remember you. You're the guys that tried to kill me before, right? I'm impressed that you were able to find where this Dragon Ball is. You guys are trying to do some more mischief, huh? So just hand over the Dragon Ball quietly. I can't do that. collecting the Dragon Balls too. So why don't we do this? Let's fight, and if you win, I'll give you this ball. But if we win, you give us all 6 of yours. How's that? Do we have a promise? Sure. If that's okay with you, I promise. Okay then, let's fight. Ha 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 ha. It's not going to go the same as it did last time. Yep, and oh man, now we gotta fight against freaking 3 goddamn robots because Mai's here. Go, combine! And they do their freaking Power Rangers Japanese Sentai robot mech transformation there, and now we got a boss fight here. I'm gonna just do the same thing I did for the last boss and just spam this Kamehameha because I really do not want to get close to them. Again, it's just not worth getting close to the mechs at all. They are absolute bastards up close. Alrighty, we freaking managed to beat that boss first try without freaking stressing like we do with that freaking General Black fight, so I'm happy. Take that Pilaf and give us your goddamn Dragon Ball. Oh my god, look at that face! Look at that face, that was funny. Goku shrugs off Pilaf and the others attack like it was nothing and puts them away. And he finds all the 7 Dragon Balls and, you know, so on and so on. He wishes back Upa's father back to life, and then after that, I believe they take a 3... I forgot what was the time skip between the 22nd and the Red Ribbon Army Saga. I think it was a couple of years, like a whole year break or so, before they actually start fighting again. I think it was 3 years, right? Let me look it up real quick. Okay, so I just looked it up, guys, and yeah, I was correct. It actually does. The 22nd Budokai Saga does take place 2 to 3 years after the Red Ribbon Army Saga. So yeah, we get a 2 to 3 year break. Like, Goku takes a 2 to 3 year break training and refining his skills before he actually starts fighting the Dragon Balls again, because, again, after you use the Dragon Balls on Earth, you do have to wait another year before you can use them again, because they're going to turn to stone, so, yeah, that's the reason why they had to take a little break there, and they don't meet again until the 22nd Budokai Saga here, so, yeah, this is actually the point. Like, this is pretty much up to where I play to inside the game currently, so from here on, I'm not going to really know too much of what's going on inside of, like, this game. I know the rest of the lore, but I'm not going to know how the game's going to adapt it, so this is going to be kind of like a blind playthrough from now on. So let's get into it. Alrighty. It's time to get on to, basically, my favorite arc in all of the original Dragon Ball. Well, maybe not my favorite arc, like, #1, but I would say one of my favorite arcs of the original Dragon Ball, the 22nd Budokai Saga, and this is the saga that introduces Tien and Chaozu inside the Dragon Ball lore, and if you guys don't remember what I said, they are the students of Master Shen here, who pretty much is Master Roshi's rival, I believe, inside the Dragon Ball story, so, you know, the two schools, like the two martial arts schools, are against each other here, so that's kind of the reason why this fight here against Chaozu and Tien are a little bit personal inside the story. Now, this game is not really manga accurate right now, because it's not Goku who fights against Chaozu, but it's actually Krillin who fights against Chaozu. I'm guessing since they did not want to exclude the Chaozu fight at all, they had to freaking just make up the story and just say that Goku hypothetically fought against Chaozu, because he does not fight against Chaozu at all inside this tournament. I don't even think, now that I think about it, do Goku and Chaozu really interact at all in the story? I hardly see them interact at all inside the Dragon Ball story. He's just there with Goku, like he's just there, but they never really like talk. Alright, freaking laid Chaozu's dumbass down, but pretty much how Krillin wins the fight is that he makes him freaking count to 3, and that distracts him, because he has these, you know, telekinesis abilities to freaking, like, stop people in their position, like General Blue can, and also just toss objects at people. And he can fly, too, so, you know, makes it a tough challenge to fight against him. Okay, but now we're fighting against our rival Krillin here, and this is actually the first time Goku and Krillin actually fight, like, for realsies, instead of an actual, like, fight. Like, it's not training, it's not like some weird random mission that Master Roshi sent us on. This is actually a real fight. All the training that they did up to this point is where they actually like tested out on each other, and this is definitely one of the best fights in the original Dragon Ball, honestly. The choreography is crazy as hell inside of there, so if you do watch the series, I would definitely check it out for that fight as well. God damn it, Goku. Ooh, this is gonna be a close one. Oh yeah, never mind. Alrighty, well we got our ass kicked by Krillin. Screw you, Krillin. You cheated. Oh, the freaking beam right underneath him, man. That would have been it. Fudge. Come on, no! Oh, no, this might be it. Dude, the beam went right underneath him. That was the game. That was the game. That was the game if that beam hit him, bro. Alrighty, there we go. Alrighty, there we go. We freaking beat Krillin's ass. Goodness sakes. Alrighty. Now we can move on inside the tournament. Sorry, but I've won. Yeah, Goku does actually win that fight there. He trains his tail to where it does not actually weaken him when it gets grabbed. But the end here, this fight here, I remember being absolutely hard because, like, the Krillin fight wasn't that bad, but the end, this one I'm just confused about because, holy fuck, Tien, calm down, bro. Seriously. Close that third eye of yours, you don't need it. Now, for those of you guys who do know the lore, obviously Goku does lose this fight, right? He ends up, like, tying with Tien. Well, he technically beats Goku, he technically does beat Tien in this fight, but he loses to a ring out. The problem is, though, is that this game, you know, it wants us to actually win this fight. Like, this is actually a fight we're supposed to win here, so I gotta try and actually win this fight. I think I might have found a little bit of an exploit. Hang on a second. Never mind. What I was doing there was just freaking shooting one freaking Ki Blast, breaking their guard in the air, and then like shooting the Ki Blast, and then just let them fall, and then catch them while their stamina is still recovering. It seems to kind of work a little bit against them, so maybe I might try that. Oh my god, this shit is actually working. Holy shit. This freaking strategy is actually working. Oh my god. Like, I beat this shit first try. I didn't even think that I was gonna win. Like, I thought I was going to lose that immediately, but I didn't even think that would work, honestly. Oh, well. That's cool, though. I made it! I won! Wait. Okay, this game's just making up some bullshit now. Are you serious? Goku did not win that fight either. At least in the tournament. Tien won the tournament there. Goku once again was victorious at the World Tournament. Yeah, this game's making up its own lore. Yeah, I don't know, man. Seriously, if you're someone who has not actually watched the original Dragon Ball, I would not recommend this game be the game where you get introduced to the lore, because it's just making up some bullshit. Okay, but yep, we're now inside the King Piccolo Saga now, and for context, this is Tamarine, and he just murdered Krillin. So now Goku is out to get revenge for his best friend, because obviously you can't let that slide. I found you! Hold it! Who are you? Give me back my Dragon Ball and Krillin's life! Krillin? Ah, you mean that weak little kid, right? He's dead, huh? He's dead, huh? Let's hear it. What? You killed Krillin! Now I'm going to kill you! This should be interesting. Okay, I guess I can let you follow behind me. Interesting. Okay, this is an actual boss fight here. Alrighty. Guess we can kick Tamarine's ass, I think. No, never mind. I was gonna say, I think this is actually the first Sky Battle boss fight, but I forgot we freaking fought against Oolong earlier inside the Sky fight, but I have not played this boss at all, guys, so I have no idea what Tamarine's gonna do. All I can tell you, though, is that canonically, Goku does not win this interaction. He gets his Nimbus quote-unquote destroyed. I don't know how the Nimbus got destroyed. I thought that thing actually was supposed to be invincible, right? As long as he calls it back, it's supposed to come back towards him, but I guess they weren't thinking then. Okay, god dang, we are just like peppering him with Kamehamehas, and he's like almost dead. Hang on a second, let me not talk here. Alright, there we go. But yeah, Tamarine is actually pretty strong here inside the original Dragon Ball. This is one of King Piccolo's minions. Impossible. How could a demon like me be done in by a mere sheep? I'm taking you with... Wait, what? Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's somewhat accurate. Goku does not even land a single scratch on Tamarine in this interaction, but alright. Oh, and he dies? He dies there? Alrighty, yeah. Yeah. Do not use this game as your source for original Dragon Ball, guys. Do not. Watch the show. Watch it. I promise you will not regret it. Hopefully. Yo, he really got me. I wonder how much time passed since then. And then, ooh, we got Yajirobe here. Hey, you. Who do you think you are? Me? I'm Goku, who are you? Goku? That's a strange name. I'm Yajirobe. That's thing hanging around your neck. It's a Dragon Ball. It's the one-star ball. I found it 3 years ago. Got a problem with that? And so Goku happened to run into Yajirobe, and then they just made a little, I guess, a little pact here, but we're fighting against King Piccolo now, and I have basically no health. I'm not winning this fight at all. What do you want me to do there? Honestly, what did you want me to do there? You wanted me to win that fight? I had no health, my guy. Okay, we were supposed to lose that fight. I was supposed to say, if the game expected me to win that fight, I was gonna lose my mind. Hey, Goku, snap out of it, hey! Shoot, I was no match for him at all. You're as tough as nails, aren't you? He sure is, Yajirobe, he sure is. Okay, now we're inside a little cave area here. We're pretty much chasing after King Piccolo and trying to get the Dragon Balls, I believe, or at least Goku. Yeah, I think we're trying to get the Dragon Balls here in order to actually, like, wish him away. But that's not going to really work out in our favor, honestly, because he's King Piccolo. And King Piccolo has a lot of aura. Hard to believe, right? The freaking father, like, actually, the freaking predecessor to Piccolo, you know, he ended up actually aura farming way before his son. That's crazy to think about, honestly. I'm gonna try my best to actually skip through most of these sections here, because again, we've already seen enough of these like little beat-em-up sections. Honestly, I just want to get into the main like action of the game now. Okay, well, oh shit, another boulder section. Oh, we're fucked. We're fucked, chat. We're cooked, guys. There's no way we gotta beat that freaking. We gotta freaking plow through that in like mere seconds. How the hell? Unless we do this. Aha! Yeah, you see, let the boulder go in front of you, and then don't run into it like an idiot like I am. Oh no, I'm scared. I'm scared to go through. Like, I'm scared to actually go through these doors now, because I don't know where they're gonna actually take me. Like, they probably could take me somewhere, but I don't know where they're gonna take me. And also, we're fighting against a clone of Yamcha. This was in the anime, right? I don't remember this particularly inside the manga. This is like an anime filler, right? Where Goku's going through this cavern here. And then we have to fight against the freaking duplicates of Yamcha here. I think that's what was happening. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, this is anime original. This wasn't in the manga. Okay, but yeah. The Z Fighters are in search of the Dragon Ball. What's happening here is that Goku's actually going over through this cavern, apparently, to get over to Korin. He never actually goes through this cavern, I believe, in the manga, in order to get over to where this secret water is that Korin is talking about, that makes him strong enough to defeat King Piccolo. So, yeah, this is anime original. Alright, there we go. Yamcha's freaking dead. Get your bitch ass out of here. And also, you saw that? You saw that there? Freaking Puar was crying. That's what I was talking about earlier inside the video, which was probably like light years ago. Like, all the way, like, I think it was like 40 minutes ago at this point, because goddamn, this has been going on for so long. Ooh, Ki Blast Bar upgrade. Oh! Oh, you guys are fucked now, guys. You guys are fucked. You ready? Ha! You see that shit? I freaking put the ha underneath there, so that way it has more power. Ha! I wish it actually insta-killed them, like, once it hit them. That would've been badass, but I get that probably would've been too overpowered. Maybe. Oh, he actually says it, too. That's cool. Ha! And then you freaking screw you. Oh, wait, where do we go? Wait, hang on a second, we gotta go this way? Oh, I went back. I was backtracking that whole entire time. I didn't even realize that. Okay, this is the way to go already. I was making sure. Oh, we're fighting against Krillin now? Well, too bad, buddy. What? Did she just armor my whole entire Kamehameha? Who are you, Superman? Man of Steel? How the hell did you do that? You're human! Okay, well, we lost there because apparently Krillin is the new Man of Steel, apparently. He can just walk through Goku's Kamehameha. I don't remember any Dragon Ball character at that point being able to do that shit, but you know what? Whatever, game. We'll go with your story. Alrighty, there we go. took care of fake Krillin, quote unquote. I keep forgetting this is freaking like an anime filler arc, and what's this? Oh, that's a health upgrade? Oh, that's the water that he was talking about? That's the water? That's not the water he gave us in the anime, I don't think. He didn't give us like some freaking genie lamp. What the fuck? Okay, but pretty much Goku goes over to Corn to not only get the water, but to also get apparently another Nimbus. Like there's another flying Nimbus that Corn has, so that Goku can actually fly and get over to where King Piccolo is. Now again, I don't know why his original Nimbus got destroyed. And the show was explained that as long as he calls his Nimbus back, like, you know, it just reforms and comes back towards him. But for some reason, Tamarine shooting his Ki Blast just destroys it, and it doesn't make sense to me. So, if anyone wants to freaking correct me on that, then go ahead in the comments. I don't know what else to say. Alrighty, Cho Castle. I believe this is actually like the final stretch of the actual game now, because I think we're just literally about to fight King Piccolo right now. So, we'll see. Excuse me, we'll see if there actually is anything else after this arc, or if this is where the game actually stops adapting it. But so far, I've been kind of enjoying the game. It's been a bit frustrating so far, but you know, I can bear through it because it's Dragon Ball. Alright, and now we have freaking Symbol here, I believe. This is Piccolo's other minion. He just took down Tien. He was going to hit Piccolo with the evil containment wave, because that move can seal him away inside of a little pot thing in order to actually seal him away, but Tien failed because that little pot thing, or whatever he used to contain him, it had a crack in it, and, you know, using it when it has a crack in it does not fully seal him away. He can break out of it. That, and also he missed, I believe. Now die! The evil containment wave is also Master Roshi's technique. It's just Tien watched him do it, so he started practicing for a bit after Master Roshi sadly died. Unfortunately, they don't show it here inside the freaking cutscene, apparently. You! Goku, it can't be. So it was you, Tien. But I'm sure I killed you. I gotta freaking do my whole Piccolo's voice. I gotta freaking get that deep bass voice inside of the freaking out of me. Get out of here, Goku! Get out of here now! Oh no, you don't. After slamming me like that, you're not getting out for nothing. We can't allow a fool like this to go on living. Drum, kill him at once. And let me just say this. Oh, his name is Drum. I freaking called him Symbol. Symbol's the other demon. Die. And guys, let me just tell you this right now, alright? Let me just tell you this right now. Freaking Goku, when Drum teleports to try and fight him, he freaking snap kicks the fuck out of him so badly. His head quite literally pops, my guy. Like, he literally straight up just murders him. His head is gone. Like, I'm telling you, like, Goku was literally on a freaking killing spree inside of the original Dragon Ball before, you know, the 23rd Budokai Saga, because, goddamn, he did not hold back anything against anybody. He would, if you were Goku's enemy, if you were his freaking, like, nemesis, he was gonna kill you, bro. You had to go. Okay, he wouldn't recklessly kill you, but you know what I mean? He would definitely take the life of people he literally thinks are, like, not worth living. Alright, but god damn, we're fucking up freaking Drum. Like, Drum, you are nothing, my man. Like, all that freaking big talk for nothing. All that big talk for nothing. You disappointed your own fucking father. Oh wait, there's more to this goddamn level? Okay. Okay, well now we got freaking Piccolo's minions here. This is actually a level. I didn't even know this was actually a level. This is cool. Alrighty, but yes, I'm pretty sure this is like the final level of the game. It's looking like it because we're fighting all Piccolo's minions, so if there really is no 23rd Budokai Saga in this game, then yes, this would technically be near the end. But I suppose while I am pretty much playing through this level, to kind of like finally recap on this game, like, you know, I do enjoy the one-on-one sections a lot. Like, they're pretty fun, honestly, even if I do lose. The Sky Chase sections are pretty okay. Like, for the most part, they're not stressful. They're pretty much bearable. It's like playing the Sky Chase sections inside of Sonic 2 or Sonic 4 Episode 1 and stuff, but these beat-em-up sections are just not it for me, man. Like, they're not bad, it's just they kind of get a little bit stale after a while, because you basically are just like doing the same rinse and repeat routine over and over again. Enemies occasionally just like spawn in and you're trapped inside of an area. You need to defeat them in order to continue on, and it's just like, you know what I mean? I'd much rather just not, honestly. Like, I'd much rather just like not have to deal with them and just play through the other game modes than just deal with these, honestly. But again, that mainly has to do partly with me not being a huge fan of beat 'em ups in general, so of course I'm not gonna like it, so that's pretty much just my stance currently on this game. Maybe if I play it more, or, you know, do like a replay through of it, maybe sometime in the future, who knows, on stream or something, I probably might change my opinion, but we'll see. I'm just very excited, though, that we actually did get kind of like an original Dragon Ball game of some kind to this level, at least. Like, I'm actually at least glad about that. I would like if they actually made a little bit more of these games, but it's what it is. But yeah, pretty much to kind of just explain, since the story is not going to explain, I don't think, it skipped quite a bit of details there in that cutscene, but Roshi ended up dying. Like, they ended up finding King Piccolo and finding the Dragon Balls, but unfortunately King Piccolo killed Roshi. Or, I shouldn't say he killed Roshi, but Roshi gave his life away trying to use the evil containment wave on him, and that failed. So then Chaozu tried to stop King Piccolo from using the Dragon Balls to wish himself to be younger, because when he's younger, he gets more stronger. But King Piccolo murked him as well in like 2 seconds, so both Krillin, Master Roshi, and Chaozu are all dead to King Piccolo. And then not only that, after King Piccolo made his wish to be younger, he fucking killed Shenron, so the Dragon Balls are basically just gone right now, so that's unfortunate. So they have basically no other way to stop King Piccolo other than just beating his ass here and now. So the stakes were very, very high here inside this arc, honestly, guys. If you watch the King Piccolo saga, it's honestly the start where I would say Dragon Ball starts going from more of this comic relief type of story to the actual serious battle shonen story that we kind of see nowadays inside of Dragon Ball Z, Super, and even potentially now inside the Moro arc that we're going to see later on this year. So yeah, I would definitely recommend watching the Piccolo saga, especially if you are just a fan of Piccolo, honestly, because Piccolo, he was a different breed inside the original Dragon Ball. If you guys ever wondered why people feared him inside Dragon Ball Z, this is why. And, you know, for some people too, you know, like, you know, the King Piccolo saga is kind of a bit controversial. Mainly because this is, like I said again, the saga that started the whole Dragon Ball becoming a bit more serious thing than comic relief, so a lot of people aren't a big fan of that. And, you know, this arc objectively put Dragon Ball in this position now where they have to constantly keep, like, just being formulaic inside of each arc and all that stuff. But anyway, we got Piccolo here. I'm surprised you made it this far. You just don't know when to die. Yeah, I've come to knock you flat. You worm! Let me educate you about my power. That goes double for me. I will give you death! Alrighty, and now we get to fight against freaking King Piccolo here, and oh my god, look at his fucking life bar. It's fucking white like milk. Alright, I'm going to assume this boss fight is going to be like really, really hard, honestly, because goddamn. Holy shit. Oh yeah, we're getting fucked up right now, god damn it. Alrighty, come on Goku, kick Piccolo's ass. Kick his ass. Let's reference the anime, freaking blow a hole in his fucking chest. That sounds... No, that doesn't sound oddly wrong if you don't have a dirty mind, but still, you get the idea, we gotta kill him. Oh yeah, we hit him with the freaking Kamehameha too. Oh! You saw that? We could do like an air combo after that. It does like a little wall bounce. Or not. I thought we could, but apparently not. Okay, we're actually somehow winning this right now, guys. We're somehow winning this. We're somehow pulling through. No! He third strike parry, but I freaking blocked him in the air, and I'm gonna hit him with another Kamehameha, bruh. Taste blue. Water's good. Oh god, he's moving. He's schmoving. He's fucking schmoving. You know what, I might as well take this now since I may never say this again. Piccolo's model in this game was fucking weird, bro. His freaking eyes make him look like he's freaking King K. Rool and shit, man. He looks like freaking King K. Rool if he was human. Somewhat human, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that, but we did it. We beat King Piccolo's ass! This can't be happening! This can't be happening! I'm putting all that I have into this fist. Punch through! Oh, and they actually do reference the actual manga and anime. He blasts a fucking hole through his chest. I won! How can this be? How can I have been beaten? He's won for now, but my legacy on this planet will survive. Oh, yep, and he starts freaking getting pregnant and freaking barfing up a fucking egg, and then that's how Piccolo Jr. is born, and Piccolo Jr. is the Piccolo that we know now inside of Dragon Ball Z, so that's the Piccolo that a lot of people are familiar with, but this Piccolo, this was his predecessor, and King Piccolo was gone at last, and okay, I didn't see him freaking shoot out that egg, bro, so I don't think we're getting that 23rd Budokai Saga, guys. Thus, by the power of a single boy named Goku, the world has been saved from the grasp of King Piccolo. Later, Goku asked Kami to restore Shinron, and then had Krillin, Master Roshi, and everyone else brought back to life. Now Goku's adventures still continue on, but that is a story for another time. Oh, we really don't get to see the 23rd Budokai Saga. Well, oh well, that was still a very fun game. Anyway, that's pretty much the Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure, guys. My final thoughts on the game, like I said, inside the King Piccolo Saga, this game is actually surprisingly really freaking good, honestly. Like, for a Dragon Ball Advance game covering the original Dragon Ball, it actually did a pretty good job at least capturing the lighthearted adventures of the original Dragon Ball and offering gameplay that's actually pretty addicting at times. Now, I definitely do think that the one-on-one sections are definitely like the main standout inside this game, right? And also some of the Sky Chase battles, like those are pretty fun. The beat 'em up levels, in my opinion, kind of did get a little bit repetitive near the end. Like, by the end, I didn't really care too much about just fighting the enemies anymore. I just wanted to, like, blast the level and get over to the boss fight and just finish the stage, which some of you guys may not do inside of your playthroughs of this game, but that's just my stance, honestly. That's just me, because, again, I'm not a huge fan of beat 'em ups, but I will admit, some of the levels, like the Red Ribbon Army level and also the, what was it, that, cave level were pretty interesting because it did try to shake up the formula a bit. We weren't just beating up enemies, we were trying to find interesting ways to get towards the end of the stage. Like, I did find it interesting that they actually referenced the anime by adding in that little cave section where Goku gets that water and made it a maze level. Like, it actually did make it a little bit more unique, but other than that, this game is actually pretty fun. I can see why a lot of people say that this is like their favorite Dragon Ball game, because it honestly is relatively good, and honestly, I would recommend anyone who has not tried out this game to actually give it a try and see if you actually do like it, because it's a very underrated and unheard of Dragon Ball game. And it makes me sad that we're probably not going to get any other game that's kind of like this ever again. Like, it was a very interesting concept. I wish that they kind of returned to this formula for a bit with the other game, like the other parts of their Dragon Ball series, so we can see how they adapt it, but it's unfortunate. But yeah, as I thought, the story does conclude at the King Piccolo Saga. Again, the people were not lying, but now we can select the Krillin in story mode. You can now select the extra from the game mode menu. You can now select the mini game from the mini game menu, and I'm assuming that you can pretty much do one-on-ones now with almost all the characters in the game. Like, we unlocked a good chunk of the characters inside the game, so I guess that's a fresh thing. Let's actually check real quick what we actually got inside the extras menu. Alright, well, I clicked on extras, and I'm not too sure what's going on here. Can we select our character? No, okay, we can't select our character, never mind. Alrighty guys, so I pretty much just did a little bit of dabbling around with all the extra game modes that were unlocked after you beat the main campaign of the game, and there's nothing too spectacular going on. The extra game mode that we got there, the extras, I thought it was going to be like a little art gallery or something, but nah, I just took us over to the world map, and I tried entering some of the levels that were there, and all of them seem to be pretty much the same as the campaign missions, with nothing really different, and not even the ability to change characters, it seems, so I'm not gonna mess with that. And as for the minigame, I'm not gonna really touch that, because honestly, I think it's best to just save like all the other game modes that are inside this game for maybe a future video if we ever return to this game again. But for now, I'll pretty much just give my closing thoughts on this game. pretty okay Dragon Ball game, I would say. Like, I would say it's not my favorite Dragon Ball game, but I can understand why a lot of people like it. I would definitely say that out of all the original Dragon Ball games, this might be the best one that we probably have gotten and may ever get for the original Dragon Ball, unless, I don't know, Bandai Namco wakes up one day and just chooses to make another original Dragon Ball game or something, or whatever company that makes Dragon Ball games chooses to adapt the original Dragon Ball. But whatever the case, I definitely do recommend anyone who is interested inside of the original Dragon Ball to play this game, because this game actually is, again, pretty awesome and pretty fun. Okay, but with that being said, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe and help me grow as a content creator. And of course, as always, if you can, please leave me feedback inside the comment section to let me know what I can do to improve these videos for you guys in the future. And also, hopefully, you know, even though my commentary wasn't the best, hopefully I at least inspired you with my gameplay to give this game a try, and hopefully me talking about the lore of OG Dragon Ball has inspired most of you guys to actually, you know, give it a try and pick it up and read it to understand the rest of the Dragon Ball lore, because, well, it's not the most best story ever written. I definitely do think that a lot of people kind of underrate Dragon Ball story a little bit nowadays. It's actually pretty good in my opinion. Pretty good and solid. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in whatever future project that I do. Peace out.